secara online dan sekaligus memberikan motivasi dan semangat kepada seluruh guru-guru di penjuru Kalimantan Tengah. Baik, kami mulai. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, tabe selamat minggu nalatai, salam sahujud karende malempang, adil katalino, bacuramin kasaruga, basengat kajubata. Arus, arus, arus. Distinguished Rector of University Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya, Associate Professor Dr. Haji Muhammad Yusuf, SSMAP, or the one that represent Mr. Vice Rector, Mr. Chandra. Salam, Mr. Chandra. Sampai berjumpa kembali. The Honorable Dean of Language Science and Technology Faculty, Dr. Kandidat Ade S. Permadi, MPD, the Honorable Director of Mana Pragna Center of Peace and Sustainability, Professor Dr. Gita Artakur, the Honorable Director of TAI UPS International, Mr. Raffi Makrija MBA. Sampai berjumpa kembali Pak, kami tunggu kedatangannya atau minimal nanti kita komunikasi kembali lewat virtual, kita akan jaring kemarin komunikasi yang sempat terhambat, mudah-mudahan nanti bisa berkelanjutan lagi Pak. Terima kasih sebelumnya. Esteemed educator, scholar, and participant, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and pride that I stand before you today at the opening of this important seminar on innovative teaching pedagogy on behalf of the Education Office of Central Kalimantan Province. I extend our warmest welcome to all participants, especially our international guests, and express our deepest appreciation to both University Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya and Mana Pragna University for this valuable collaboration. Today, as we gather to discuss the future of education, we are reminded that May marks Indonesia's National Education Day. Happy National Education Day. This day is a testament to our commitment to advancing education across the nation, ensuring that every Indonesian has access to a quality education that equips them for the challenges of tomorrow. As we celebrate this day, we also reflect on the profound impact education has on our society and the future of our nation. In today's world, education is evolving at an unprecedented pace. The traditional classroom is being reshaped by technology, creativity, and new understanding of how students learn. In this context, innovation in teaching pedagogy is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Innovative learning by using enhanced successful teaching method with new wave pedagogy highlight our commitment to embracing innovative student-centered teaching approach that respond to the evolving needs of 21st century education. It reflects our shared goals to empower educators in Central Kalimantan with modern pedagogical strategies that foster critical thinking, creativity, and lifelong learning. Ladies and gentlemen, so you all know, Central Kalimantan now is the largest province in Indonesia by land area. This vast expanse brings with it diverse educational context and a set of unique challenges in teaching and learning, especially. Distance, limited infrastructure, and unequal access are our issue we must continuously address. To overcome this challenge, we need to be bold in adopting innovation. Our teachers are expected to embrace the advanced launched in 2024 provides a strategic foundation for realizing education equality across Central Kalimantan. It is more than just a policy. It is a practical guide for transforming our education system in ways that are inclusive and future ready. We are already seeing example of progress. Just several days ago, a hybrid Japanese language class was conducted by a school in Palangkaraya. Maybe in another time we can try to learn Indian language. What made it extraordinary was that 10 other schools from various parts of the province participated by online, demonstrating by the power of the digital connectivity to bridge geographical divides. To support collaboration and resources sharing among teachers, the Education Office of Central Kalimantan is also developing digital platform. And this digital platform is the one only in Indonesia. We call Penakaltan. This system will enable educators to exchange the models, share the innovative teaching practice, and foster a community of continuous professional learning. Ladies and gentlemen, the presence of international partners such as Manaf Ratna University is not only an academic exchange, but a gateway to broader perspective. Through this seminar, we hope our educator will be inspired to apply new wave pedagogy principles that emphasize creativity, learner engagement, and the development of 21st century skills. On this occasion, I wish to extend my deepest appreciation to University Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya for its steadfast collaboration and support in advancing the policy of Central Kalimantan government, particularly strengthening human resources development in harmony with the governor vision and mission. Our governor, Mr. Haji Agustiar Sabran. Thank you for your commitment, the all of Civitas Academica to educational excellence. Let us work together toward a brighter, more equitable future for our students. To all participants, I encourage you to fully engage, to ask both questions, to share your ideas, and to take back what you learned here to our institution and your classroom. The seeds of innovation we plant today will shape the future of education in our province, our country, and beyond. With that, and with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby declare this seminar on innovative teaching pedagogy officially open. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam. Terima kasih.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih banyak Pak Reza ya.
Sama-sama Pak
sudah
Ilham.
Tadi stick ya. Senang sekali kita diberikan kesempatan dan juga sudah dibuka ya kegiatan ini secara resmi. Sukses selalu Pak Reza. Baik, selanjutnya kita masuk ke sesi perkenalan ya dari pembicara kita hari ini ya. Hari ini yang bertindak sebagai moderator yaitu Mr. Raffi. Mr. Raffi, are you there?
Yes, Pak Ilham.
Oke. Boleh Pak bisa dilanjutkan untuk kegiatan inti kita yang disampaikan oleh Profesor Dr. Gita Ertakur ya. Silahkan mungkin bisa dilanjutkan Pak Raffi untuk ke materinya.
Oke, ya. Terima kasih banyak Pak Ilham. Selamat siang, a very good afternoon to Bapak Ibu yang kita hormati. Terima kasih banyak pertama ke Prof. Dr. H.M. Yusuf, Rektor UMPR, juga ke Pak Reza. Terima kasih banyak ya Bapak. Ya, terima kasih Pak. Ya, ya harapannya bisa balik ke Kalimantan Tengah dan bisa ketemu sama Bapak, Pak. Tapi terima kasih banyak untuk dukungan ya, Pak. Thank you so much. Juga kita mengucapkan terima kasih banyak ke Dr. Ade S. Permadi yang Dekan FBIT UMPR, Head of the International Relations Pak Arta, Professor Gita Thakur from Manav Rachna University, Bapak Ibu, dosen, dan juga siswa-siswi. Ya, hari ini Bapak Ibu, kita kan ada webinar dengan topik Innovative Teaching Pedagogy, and kita kan ada Profesor Gita Thakur, one of the experts on the topic, yang mau dibicarakan hari ini. Tapi Bapak Ibu, karena kita adalah today is a very important day, so saya mau ucapkan ke Pak Reza dan semuanya very happy National Education Day ya Pak. Ya, selamat ke Bapak dan semua Bapak Ibu. Professor Gita Thakur, just to inform you, ma'am, today is the National Education Day of Indonesia. So,
Very nice.
you know, so that's why I was just congratulating all of them for the, and it is so nice, yang hari on the National Education Day, we are having this webinar and we are able to share, some knowledge and information to our friends, to our university representative in Kalimantan Tengah. Jadi Bapak Ibu, sebelum before I give the screen over to Professor Gita, Bapak Ibu saya izin mau disampaikan karena kita ada Pak Kadis sama kita, jadi Bapak izin mau disampaikan kita India dan Indonesia kita ingin mau ada kerjasama. Nah, dan untuk itu, ya itu kan ada step pertama dari UMPR untuk guest lecture, Pak Reza. Tapi selain ini, Bapak, kita juga hal-hal kerjasama yang kita bisa dilakukan adalah pelatihan untuk para kepala sekolah, guru BK, karena seperti ini, Pak Reza, kita kan ada banyak narasumber, dan kita bisa diberikan pelatihan apakah perlu sebulan sekali, sebulan 2 kali, itu boleh, boleh Bapak, itu kan ada kesempatan. Sama
Pak
seperti
Raffi,
itu, yes Bapak.
boleh langsung interaktif Pak Raffi?
Ya Pak.
Baik, karena tadi Pak Raffi menyampaikan, kami menyambut dengan baik, langsung menyambut dengan baik, dan kita siap untuk nanti berkolaborasi. Bagaimana tadi yang kami sampaikan, sekarang di wilayah naungan otoriti kita Pak, itu kan ada sekolah SMA, SMK, dan sekolah khusus atau special education, kita ubah namanya menjadi sekolah khusus. Nah, itu semua sekolah, whiteboard itu sudah beralih, Pak, menjadi smartboard, Pak. Dan smartboard ini nanti bisa menghubungkan kita dengan lecturer atau nanti ada teacher dari India. Nanti kita bisa bertukar pengalaman, kita bisa sharing juga untuk meningkatkan ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi di antara kita, Pak. Mungkin itu, Pak, dari kita. Dan mohon maaf, Pak Raffi, mungkin saya tidak bisa menghadiri lama dikarenakan setelah ini dalam rangka Hari Pendidikan Nasional kita akan melaksanakan ada turnamen catur, Pak. Nanti kami izin pamit, tapi nanti kita tetap ikuti selama masih bisa mengikuti. Insya Allah nanti sekitar pukul 2 saya izin pamit. Terima kasih.
Ya. Oke Bapak, makasih Pak. Thank you. Ya. Ya, jadi Bapak, cuman yang mau disampaikan Pak, selain yang itu, kita juga ada program beasiswa, ada juga sister school yang kita bisa berkembang, dan juga ada study banding dan lain-lain Pak. Nanti pasti kita komunikasi dengan di Dinas Pendidikan Provinsi Kalimantan Tengah. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, bersama kita adalah Profesor Gita Thakur dari Manav Rachna University, dan hari ini topiknya adalah yang tentang Innovative Teaching Pedagogy. Pelatihan atau pengajaran itu penting ya Bapak Ibu, karena if we want to learn, ya itu kan kita harus tahu cara gimana yang kita dilakukan. What are the innovative strategies yang kita bisa dilakukan, jadi proses pengajar bisa lebih efektif, lebih efisien. Jadi topik hari ini Bapak Ibu, sebagai as a human, sebagai yang di bidang pendidikan, ini penting sekali. So now I would like to invite Professor Gita Thakur to please take over the screen and please share your knowledge, ma'am, regarding the topic innovative teaching pedagogy. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think first of all, happy National Education Day to each and everyone. And it's really a great day. I think it's honor to be here on this particular occasion. And I think this would be a memorable day in my life because it's Indonesia's Education Day. At the outset, let me extend my sincere thanks to University of, and before that, I really apologize for any wrong pronunciation because I'm finding it difficult to, that language differences and all. So I apologize for any wrong pronunciation of any name or forgetting any particular person. So University of Muhammadiyah uh, Palangakaraya, right? Okay. University Muhammadiyah Palangakaraya. I'm very thankful to all the management of the university for providing this opportunity. I think meeting our own colleagues, our own peers in this field, it's a good occasion for all of us to learn and exchange our knowledge. So this is the best opportunity which is provided by the university. I'm also thankful to my own university who has given me this opportunity. Then respected Dean Adi Paramandi, Dr. Adi Paramandi, Associate Professor Dr. H.M. Yusuf, Mr. Riza Prabova, if I'm right, Mr. Ravi Makheja, Director TI, International Affairs in University of Muhammadiyah Palankaria, and all the faculties, students of this university. First of all, I welcome to you, and let me accept at the outset, I would not able to wish the way you wish me, but yes, let me share my screen. So just let me know if you can see the screen and if it is in slideshow mode.
Yes, we can
Yes,
see.
ma'am. Yeah.
Just let me see if it's moving. Yes.
Yes, it's moving.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I couldn't, I know I will not be able to speak because of the language. So I have written, so I'm conveying my wishes to you. Peace and blessings of Almighty be upon all of us and to you. Good morning, respected all the professors here, all the students here. At the outset, specifically, I would like to thank Mr. Ravi Makhija also and Dr. Meena Kapahi for organizing this platform where actually we all can exchange our knowledge and can learn from our best practices from each other. Of course, 1 hour is not sufficient time, but we would like to touch upon some of the aspects, and wherever we feel like we can definitely discuss further. As far as when I heard about Indonesia, I was so happy because last year I visited Indonesia, of course, some part of Indonesia, and I was so impressed with the nation, which is so rich. And as far as nature is concerned, I mean, abundance of natural beauty and natural resources, and most prominently, the behavior of the people, it was so heartening. And if I, what was, I mean, most memorable for me, I think Indonesia, the country, the people, they have sustainability as a way of living. Because I'm connected to peace and sustainability, I think I found that in their living, in their way, behavior, everything, peace and sustainability. So thank you so much, Mr. Raza, for your invitation. Definitely, I would like to come again to visit your university and to explore Indonesia much more. And in fact, I wanted to write about all the sustainable practices which I observe on, I mean, in the streets, in different way of living everywhere. I mean, you live sustainability, and it's a very good initiatives, and especially your culture. Actually, everything is embedded into peace and sustainability. So that was wonderful and very memorable moments for me when I visited last year. When we talk about education, and I come across this particular quote, again, I have written because I think it's in Bahasa language, right? And when I try to understand the meaning in English, it was astonishing. Education is an effort to liberate human being. I think this is what even ancient Indian education talks about. The ultimate goal of Indian education is nothing but to liberate human being. And I'm so happy Ministry of Education emphasize today that this should be the aim of education. Then I come across your emancipating curriculum. Again, a brilliant and very profound, I would say, initiative and a philosophy. There is no doubt that Indonesia would be in a near future, would be progressing so well, and especially as far as heart holistic development is concerned, because in these days everybody is talking about holistic education, and you already began because your philosophy and the curriculum which you are following talks about it. So very happy, and I in future I would like to know more about it. This is another thing which I come across, and again I would consider that this is the right direction, because for a student you should be a model, and you should have that spirit. He should get that spirit, direction, and proper motivation, inspiration from you, and wherever he required, he should get the support. I think this is amazing. So Indonesian education is at a very, very prominent place now, because perfect curriculum, perfect goal, and perfect direction. Then when I thought about higher education, I come across MBKM, that is Mardika. If anybody would pronounce it for me, that would be better.
Ma'am, let me do it for you. It is
Yeah.
Merdeka Belajar Campus Merdeka.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the translation. So it's freedom to learn,
So
freedom to
freedom to
campus.
learn and freedom for the campus. I think this is what we are looking for. Everybody now, entire world, and you have again came up with this philosophy and this direction: freedom to learn and freedom for the campus, emancipating curriculum, emancipating learning, and emancipated campus. So I think I have taken my inspiration and I have taken my direction from this philosophy, and then I found, let us talk about 4 to 5 different pedagogies which are actually apt, and which are I mean, even you are doing to some extent. And let me share my own experiences of the university, what we do regarding this particular pedagogies. So today we are going to discuss about 4 different pedagogies. Before that, I would like to request you that yes, we are all friends here and we are all peers here. So let's understand and let's learn from each other. So I want you to use that chat box freely. Wherever you feel any questions, any interactions, you can please write on the chat box. Now I'm sharing this particular link with you, and I request you to use this link and answer the question using this particular link. Just a minute. I'm sharing the link in the chat box. I request everyone just to click on the link and then just a minute.
And what are we supposed to do, ma'am?
Click the link, you will get the question and you can answer. There is a place where you can.
Ma'am, we have clicked it. And
Just a minute. Just a minute. Give me 1 second.
Recording in progress.
So what can you see?
ma'am, when we click the link, it's saying suggest one word to explain this term.
Yes.
We haven't seen the word, ma'am. Sorry.
Ya, jadi Bapak Ibu bisa di-scan dan setelah itu kan ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu dan siswa-siswi yang gabung. So just go to the link or you can scan the barcode or the QR code rather. Yeah, and you can just enter the question. Ma'am, so we enter for the first one. Please suggest one word to explain this term.
Right, right. So let me share that with you. Let me share the answers.
Or the other.
Just a minute. There is some problem. I hope you have answered that one word which comes in your mind.
Ma'am, what is the word about?
When we hear about emancipating curriculum, emancipating learning, what do you think about it?
So about session on innovative pedagogy, what is the word we think about?
No. Emancipating curriculum, what do you think about it?
Ma'am, because that sentence is not there, ma'am. That's the reason.
Achha, just a minute, just a minute. Now, can you see? Can you see this sentence screen, Slido?
Yeah, we can now see the slide, ma'am. It's
Suggest, just a minute. Mention one word to describe this philosophy, right? This is one which you can see.
yeah. Which philosophy, ma'am?
Which we discussed. Just a minute. Let me. When we said MBKM, that is freedom to learn and freedom for the campus. What do you think about it?
Okay.
Any particular word?
Ya,
We
jadi
want
Bapak
to-
Ibu, ya, jadi Bapak Ibu yang
But please
MBKM,
write in English any
ya,
word.
MBKM, Bapak Ibu bisa put in your, according to you, what is the one word which you'd like to, what comes in your mind when you have this philosophy, MBKM? One word.
Okay, very good. Students can learn anything. Free. Good. Now I hope you can see my screen and you can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
your responses as well. Okay. Anything else?
The first one, students can learn anything that they want, and then the second one, free, Prof.
Learning. Okay.
Free.
Free. Free learning, very good. Lifelong learning. Empower, very nice. Anything else? Out of box, yes. Creativity. Improvement, okay. So what is this freedom? Freedom to students, freedom to, yes, freedom to learn anywhere, correct. Not only within the classroom, they can learn anywhere. They can learn beyond school, university. They can learn even beyond their discipline. Very good. Collaboratively with their peer, with their industry people, with the community. Field learning, yes, which is going to enhance their critical thinking, creativity, problem solving attitude. All these things are very important if we really want to make our nation kindly self-acquisition. Wonderful. So we'll stop here. I think we have got many of the words. I just want you to recall and introspect what a profound philosophy is given for higher education. And I'm happy you all have not only, you have actually imbibed in, and that's why you could say now. So we'll go back to our own, again, PPT. So this is what the gist of whatever you have already given. Academic freedom, not only to the students, but institutions. And you can learn out of your major subject or even outside your university, in the community, in the industry, and many any other places. And that's why, so your teaching learning should not be restricted to only teaching, rather it's learner centric. And that's why you are going to emphasize on more internship, more research projects, more community work, more ventures, startups, entrepreneur activities, that is nothing but startups, and even collaborative activities with the industry. So I think this philosophy has given the proper direction, and now we will see how to go about it. So we'll skip this question. But we'll begin with project-based learning. When I asked, when I've given the form, most of them, they said, yes, we are using project-based learning and we want to learn, we want to know more about it. And that is nothing but just sharing the best practices, what we do, what you do. So when we say project-based, so project can be looked from different perspectives. There are institutions, there are departments where people or teacher give only one project as a part of assignment, right? And then along with that, summative assessment project is a part of formative assessment. If you can write in the chat box, what is the scenario in Indonesia? because in India, different institutions, different universities follow different things. But definitely nowadays there is more inclination towards formative assessment, continuous assessment. So project has become a very essential aspect of formative assessment. But there are instances where project even can be considered for entire subject. We'll discuss about it. But as you know, even if we give project as an assessment or assignment, so the project has to be student led. In fact, even we should give the opportunity to the student to select the topic. That's better because we are going to give the freedom to the students. So if student come up with very nice topic, I think that's very good. Then we are there to facilitate the students. Student can do the project. I'm sure in their students might be working in the group. So group projects are better because that give rise to their group work. They learn team spirit. They learn how to work in the groups, and they learn from each other. More than that, they learn from other. They learn from outside people. So and important thing is the project should be given from the real scenario. Say for example, even there are problems in the university. Suppose if a engineering student, computer, now in our case, we wanted attendance app, okay, for every day's attendance. So we have given that project to the students. One student group, they worked on the attendance monitoring app. Another student, they worked on one robot, I mean humanoid robot. Some students are working on some other apps and softwares. So what here in Manorachna we are doing, we are taking our own project, university level, some problems. Even we have some 5 uh, villages, adopted villages. Under that scheme, we go to the villages and we try to understand what are the problems in the villages, in the community. And then we take those problems and give it to the students as a project. Okay. So I would appreciate if you write some messages, and you can write what type of projects you give to your students. Then the project has to be interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary. We'll talk about it later. If we talk about a different framework which we can follow for the for this project-based learning, so this is one of the framework. You can even get different frameworks available. So dive, that is discover, interpret, verify, and express. First of all, as I've already said, the problem should be identified. It's better if students identify the problem or you help the student to identify the problems. The problem may be in the university, in the community, or any other problem. Then there has to be analysis and ideation. The problem has to be converted in the problem statement, idea. So patterns, what are the constraints and the insights. So I think for that, you help the student how to do the research, how to find out the information, and then student work on it. Here, student need to go in the community, meet experts, meet other faculties. And I think one faculty should not be there for one project. Students should have that again freedom to go to different faculties to take their guidance. I think that group teaching or team teaching would definitely enhance the quality of the project. So then students go for, this is especially I'm talking about engineering. I'm so sorry. There might be some, any doubt? Any?
No, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay. So the student, the faculty is those who are from languages, law. It's not now. It's not so that projects should be done only in engineering. We give projects to law people, projects to management people, projects to education faculty. So because the problems are there in all the fields, so we need to identify. And the problems are not in isolation. We'll discuss that. The problem should be transdisciplinary or interdisciplinary. And once, so this is a beautiful journey of a student from a problem to the ideation and prototyping. And then you need to give them opportunity to express, because through presentation, even you can have jury, you can have panel who can see the students presentation. They would get opportunity to present their views, present their learning. And here I would like to add one more thing. It's always better to have portfolios of your students. First year, the student come in the university, you try to build their portfolio. When student go from your university, he passed out, he would have a strong portfolio for himself that would be helpful for him for the job. Again, that would be helpful for the university also to showcase the work of the university. So nowadays, due to digital, in the digital era, we can go for e-portfolios. So e-portfolios can be prepared by each and every student, and you can keep those e-portfolios links on website. There are so many good universities do that, especially departments like architecture, engineering, design. Portfolios are must. We have, even in education department, we have the portfolios of each and every student. Then this is one example, designing a mobile app for mental health tracking. So I just tried to put the framework, discover, verify, interpret, verify, and express. So you can use the framework to implement the project-based learning. Now, along with the portfolio is for projecting, showcasing the work, project work, and all other work of the students. But every project need to have the rubrics. Kindly, I request you to unmute, mute your. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. So rubrics now, with the time constraint, definitely we will not be able to discuss about rubrics, but in future we can discuss, because I keep taking the sessions especially on rubrics and e-portfolios. So this is one rubric, because in project based learning, projects or other assignment where simple marks, numerical grading, direct grading is not possible. So here actually you require rubrics. And here in our university, we have developed a rubric as per stages. So presentation of the project, we have created rubric. Second stage, communication and progress, another rubric. Then execution of the progress, another rubric. So we have created a bit complex rubric, so that at each stage the progress of the child can be assessed, can be evaluated. Okay. Nowadays, even we can use chat GPTs to create rubrics. There are ready-made rubrics available on Google. You can make use of it, you modify. And the best part is, if you prepare your rubrics, that can be copyrighted. So you get that intellectual property rights for you on your name if you create rubrics for your own departments. You can come together in groups, you can create department wise, you can create some rubrics for some projects. not only for the projects, for different assignment, you can have your own rubrics, and you can keep it copyrighted on the university's name and your name. So I would like to show you one site of IIT in India who actually following LEAP framework, and it's a very good framework, because in Manorachna what we do, one subject is completely project based. So we select some subjects which can be converted into a which can be converted for project based learning, so that entire subject is converted into a project. Definitely we take less, we take sessions, we take classes, but few classes. Most of the time of the student is for discussion, for working on the project, discussion with the teacher, facilitation and all. So students get the opportunity to work on good project, which can they further, they go in the different competitions like hackathon and other competitions, and they project their work there. Some students take this project forward and even do startup. I mean, they can start their entrepreneur activities. So that way, one project can lead to a startup activity. I would like to show you a website of one IIT. Just a minute. I'm so sorry. I have actually opened it. So this is a LEAP framework by IIT. What they do, you have seen here in this diagram. First year, build a better project, reverse engineering with feature addition, 9 weeks. Second year, practicum. So build that product, prototyping. Third year, internship. So they actually do mini project. Fourth year, major project. So they go for, with the major project, they go for international, national competitions. So very systematically, first year, second year, third year and fourth year, a good project is built up, and when the student pass out, he has a very good project in his hand, and that project, not one is definitely he gain knowledge and skill. Along with that, that project is add on in his portfolio and his CV profile, which helps him to get a better job in international market. So if I talk about this leap, you can see here 15 colleges, 314 faculties, 3,000 students, and 121 projects are going on under this particular LEAP students internship. So it's a very systematic, you can say, a framework. If you afterward you can go through it. It's on IIT's website, LEAP, LEAP. That is learn engineering by activity with products. So it's a nice framework. That's why I thought I will share with you. So I just would like to take a pause here and would like to ask, is there any question regarding project-based learning?
Ma'am, the Q&A session we'll have at the end, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So we will move to next. We need to teach young people how to think across the boundaries, not just within them. Because disciplines are not in isolation. So if disciplines are not in isolation, the teaching learning also cannot be in isolation. There has to be different integration. First of all, we will see, as we know, there is single disciplinary, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary. I would like to show here the example. if you see different ingredients, our disciplines are like different ingredients. And when we talk about the salad, we just mix them, but its original, you can say the taste and its visibility remain as it is. So that is multidisciplinary aspect. So whenever we make use of multidisciplinary, we keep the essence of each, you can say, subject discipline as it is. But if we take example of a stew where to some extent these ingredients are mashed and to some extent there is still a visibility and essence of that original ingredients, that is nothing but interdisciplinary. But in transdisciplinary, like a cake or any other dish, where we can't see the original ingredients, but we can see a beautiful formation by integrating all those disciplines. So similarly, interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary, these are two different approaches which are very important as far as pedagogies are concerned. When we even talk about project-based learning, we need to take into consideration interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary learning. This pictures here, I am sure you get the insights how interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary is different. In interdisciplinary, we get all, we actually work on a problem, totally different problem, and we provide the solution by integrating all the different disciplines, by making use of all the different disciplines. So here in interdisciplinary, actually it combines different academics disciplines, but it is within the university, within the academia. In transdisciplinary, we not only integrate, but we goes beyond discipline actually. And we also include non-academic knowledge, that is community, industry, culture, people. So, and by taking that, we actually solve real life problems. So transdisciplinary, if we take an example of transdisciplinary project, I can give you some examples like designing a mental health app. So here three disciplines are two disciplines are involved: computer science and psychology. Okay, both the disciplines are, students make use of both the disciplines. So here even students together, different departments, faculties and students come together and work on an interdisciplinary projects. In Manorachna also, we are trying to do some projects and trying to do research also in an interdisciplinary manner. And we are motivating our students to do more interdisciplinary and more transdisciplinary projects. Because otherwise, as you know, especially in engineering, if they are developing an app or developing a solution, any engineering or electronics or anybody, or even law to that matter, but they don't know the other discipline, that solution won't be effective. And that's why we need to understand that collaborative learning actually. Indirectly, collaborative learning is automatically happening here. So here psychology, knowledge of medical is required, so that these different departments, students can come together and work on one single projects. Another thing is sustainable urban living. So suppose if we want to give a project, okay, you have prepare a framework or prepare a design for one city where we will have sustainable urban design. So again, architecture is there, environmental science is there, though I have not written, but as you know, nowadays IoT. So again, electronics, computer science, mechanical, everybody is important here when we think about such projects. So this is this example of interdisciplinary project. Let's take example of transdisciplinary project, smart waste management. Now we are going beyond the campus. We are going in the community and trying to solve the smart waste problem, solid waste problem by using smart beans, right? IoT, Internet of Things, IoT based smart beans. So here again, computer science, environmental studies, public policy, local people, because they know the problem, even the people who collect the garbage, all these people are to be taken into consideration. So students go, take interviews, do survey, collect the data, understand the problem, and then come up with a solution. So this is nothing but example of transdisciplinary problem. Again, one more problem, community resilience to flooding. So again, as you know, for such problem, you need the help for local stakeholder. Might be local government, local community people, local leaders. So don't you think our students actually learns a lot through it? And even as your philosophy of MBKM talks about, free your institutions. It should be beyond institution. The students should go beyond the campus, and very importantly, they should partner with NGOs, government, and industry. These are some common steps. So, how to go about it? First of all, find out the real problem, then form the team. Of course, there are details in that, but due to time constraint, I'm just discussing the main points. Form interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary team. Design integrated learning outcome. I mean, again, you require learning path, how you are going to learn. So students here, teacher will not give ready-made learning path, and even she will not give ready-made rubrics to the students. Student also can design rubric and learning path with the student teachers. So nowadays we are not actually what you can say, we are giving suggestions, instructions directly to the students, but we are co-creating, we are co-designing, and we are actually learning with them. Because especially for such projects, when students work, I'm sure even teacher learn along with the students. Of course, she is mentor there, but she also has a good learning experiences. Then you also can have some partnership. So if you have some partnership with the communities, some NGOs, so NGOs would give their problems to you, communities would come up with the problems to you, and I'm sure your university definitely must be involved in many such partnership and many such community engagement. And then this is learning for students. So at each stage, student has to reflect. So help them and motivate them to keep a reflective journal, reflective diary, because our aim is learning. Students are learning. Of course, the product and the project is a learning, but more than that, the knowledge, the experience, the confidence, and the leadership which students are developing, I think that is more important. These are some projects example where multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary things are there. So different disciplines, there is no hard and fast rule. Depending on the problem, I think different disciplines come together. um, Especially law and other departments, especially language departments, they think, no, we can't think about the technology, and we don't have to. No, this is my observation. Sorry if, but I have seen some observe. Even I'm from social sciences, so we feel I have nothing to do with the technology. But nowadays, for all the projects, for all the startup, everybody, if that project is related to education, they require people from education. If the project is related legal, law people are required. So management, so all these, I mean, projects and startups and hackathon is not only limited and restricted to engineering and technology, but it's for everyone. And it's high time now to come together. And even faculty wise, now normally we sit in our own department and talk and very rarely we talk with other people, and even if we talk, we don't talk professional things because we feel, and I'm so happy and I appreciate the efforts of your university, that they brought all the people together on the very pious day of this National Education Day of Indonesia. And I think this is the beginning where all the different discipline people come together and exchanging their ideas and their thoughts. Now, when we talk about the startups, I mean, definitely leadership, skills, technology, all these things are developed. But I think what is important, and I have seen when you were wishing each other, I could see even on the website, there is a humanitarian approach everywhere, whatever you do as a country, as a university, or an individual. I really appreciate the way you have focused humanitarian approach and you focused community and you focused that, I mean, the goal of making a better human being. I think that comes first. So learning to serve and serving to learn, I think that is very important. So for this, we have another, you can say one pedagogy, which is service learning or community engaged learning. Of course, all these pedagogies now are not very tight, watertight compartment, because all these are, but we can think about one pedagogy and automatically at times collaborative learning or even inquiry based learning, automatically it is integrated even together. So, service learning is a teaching learning strategy that integrates meaningful community service with instruction and reflection to enrich the learning experience and teach civic responsibility and strengthening the communities. In today's world, we all know what is important is to understand that civics, to develop that civic sense. What is important is to develop that our responsibility towards community, and this is age where we need to develop that sense of responsibility amongst our students. And when we talk about community engaged learning, it's not only for the community networking and community engagement, but real problems, real insights develop in the community. Normally, in traditional way of teaching, we do co-curricular activities, visits, community work as a special or separate part than that of your teaching. But in today's era, when even you are following MBKM, and it talks about, yes, go ahead, free yourself, liberate your students, and help your students to liberate themselves. I think community engaged learning has to be integrated with your curricular aspect. So, your topics and community work has to be combined. It's not only just go in the community and do some community work might be planned. I mean, in my university or in other India, we normally go in the community, do plantation, do awareness, then do even some project. If we have taken some projects, then we go there, teach in the schools, students go in the schools, they even spread some awareness, help the villagers to do something, and if it is project specific, then definitely it's deeper. So actually you need to identify the topics and then see. Now here 2-3 teachers can identify some topics and then plan community work and see how your topic can be connected to the community work and how students can go in the community, and then they learn that particular topic in the real world scenario. So it also helps to enhance your societal impact. Nowadays, university's duty is not only to impart the education and develop skills, but very important duty is most of the university are playing important role in societal making societal impact. Actually, SDGs, entire world is worried about SDG goals, sustainable development goals. And even all the government, they know if this work has to be successful, that can be done through universities only. So a university's role in achieving all those SDGs are very, very important. Here, this community engaged learning would be very, very helpful for doing so. I have given some example. Say, for example, public health department. I have taken the example from Indonesian scenario. I heard many universities are running a stunting awareness campaign. Very good thing. We should be aware about our problems, and we should definitely improve the even in our in one university in India, they identify a problem. The poor people, they have their skin and hair of different color and texture. So it's, I mean, little bit brown or very rough and all. And they understood it's just because of lack of one particular protein or particular nutrients. What they did, they combine with university as again departments, medical and all. So these department, nutrition department, medical department, all departments, they combine and they run a project where they gave tablets, those nutrient tablets, with the help of doctors suggestions and all. And then they saw there is a very good, you can say, very good impact, and this proper problem of the hair and skin of these poor children, that is got solved by the university. There are many such problems, even in our university. There is one in we live in Faridabad, near it's a part of Delhi NCR actually. So we have a lake uh, water body, and it was once upon a time it was full of water, but today there is no water at all. University has taken that agenda ki yes, our departments of water and all other related departments, they would work to for the revival of that particular lake. So this is, so here definitely students would gain knowledge, and many students would be are part of it. So this is one project where we are working on it again. There are some schools, so our students go in the schools, they teach, they make SDG awareness, they teach them about sustainability, and even they go and do meditation with them, they teach them about some other practices. Even the problem of child abuse is also, I mean, in most of the countries that problem is severe. So here also we go in the schools and small children, we make them aware about good touch, bad touch in a very different language, so that that problem can be to cater to some extent. So these are some examples, and I have given the examples from my own university what we do it. Again, for particularly service learning or community engaged learning, we have to identify the partner, because once you identify the partner, you get a real help, and uh, you get that impact also. So you can have more than one partners, and then you can define the objectives, goal, design the service activity, what we are going to do, so that plan properly. You should have the proper model, how you are going to implement. Then you need to prepare students, you need to give the training, because they are going to go to the community. So students need to understand what to do, how to behave in the society. And then for their continuous learning, reflections are very important. Journals, group discussion time to time should happen, so that students come and discuss and then they learn, and then they think about future plans as well. Then for every such things, especially project and community work, what is important is evaluation. I think we need to evaluate our own project, to what extent we are able to achieve. Of course, when we do it with the students, students are doing with the help of trial and error, that's fine. But that evaluation is very important, because some changes we can implement in the next year with some modifications. So this is, you can say, one type of pedagogy which is very important for making our students a really good human being, who are actually who are socially responsible and ethically elevated. Cooperative learning, I'm sure we all are aware about it, cooperative and collaborative. Though collaborative and cooperative people use as a synonym at times, but these are two different pedagogies. But yes, there are some common elements. Now, why cooperative learning is important? Because a child learns from his and her own experiences. And a child should learn by building his experiences. And if we talk about differentiated instruction, or if you talk about situated cognition, which talks about knowledge doesn't lies in the brain. Knowledge doesn't lies only in the books. Knowledge lies in everywhere, actually, in the artifacts, in the people. When we discuss with the people, many a time, I mean, so that situated cognition, that cognition lies beyond head, beyond your brain. And that's the reason we need to facilitate, and we need to provide a platform to the students wherein they would get the opportunity to learn from different people, different suppose they visited somewhere, that institution, that location, that experience, they learn from everything. When a child work on computer, it's not only brain, but his interaction with the computer itself, all these things are together helping him to learn. So in cooperative learning, we give the platform, we give the atmosphere, environment to the students, where students learn together in small and structured groups. There are some key principles. Just a minute. There are some key principles of cooperative learning. One is positive interdependence. When students are learning, they should understand that yes, I alone can't learn, and I can learn better if I learn from other students. So that positive interdependence has to be there. And if I do good things, I learn better, I present better, but I'm not going to get the marks if my entire group work together. So we are going to be successful together, and we are going to fail together. If students knows that social skills are important and your group's success is important, they automatically will. So this actually helps them to learn some social skills and many other leadership skills, taking people together, giving them opportunity first. So along with the positive interdependence, of course, individual accountability is there, otherwise nobody would work. And then face-to-face interaction, so you need to give the chance. So in for cooperative learning, our classes should be changed. The structure, the sitting arrangement of the classes has to be flexible. When we talk about flexibility, when we talk about freedom, we also need to be free away. We need to be, we should not be rigid with the sitting arrangements, that all the students are sitting and looking at the teacher and learning. We need to have small groups. we need to have some round tables or at least some arrangement, some places where students would sit and work in small groups, talk in the small groups. So that group processing is very important. They need to know how they are going to work. So here, teacher can give some task so that they work together. Along with that, there are some very interesting, I'm sure you may be knowing many of them, but I just would like to revise them and even want to learn some more strategies, because I got one Google form and their pair recording, one method I heard. So I really would like to know about that method. What is pair recording? And that's a good way to learn from each other. I would like to tell about some of the cooperative learning, this one strategies. So what I said, first of all, you need to have those structure and sitting arrangement. Then only cooperative learning is possible. We'll discuss about these different techniques. Uh, Mr. Ravi, how much time is left? So accordingly, I can.
Ma'am, another 5 minutes, ma'am.
Okay, so I would not go in detail, but would like to just mention about. First is jigsaw, very popular and very interesting method of cooperative learning. So here, first of all, you have expert groups. So in these are home groups, ABCD. These are home groups. So suppose in one group, A, B, C, D, these four people are there. These all the A's will come together in expert group. So again, there are four groups, that is A, B, C, D. Now these four groups will get one topic and they will expertise, they will learn about that particular topic. So A will get different topic, B will get different topic, C will get different, and D will get different. Once they get that expertise, they learn the topic, they would go back in their home. And then now if A learned something different, B learned something different, C learned something different, and D learned something different. So in home group, each one of them have learned something different in the expert group. So they will teach each other. A will teach to all the other three, B will teach to all other three. So everybody would learn regarding that. So we can follow this good strategy for cooperative learning. So here automatically students come together, they learn together, they present together. So already I explained this, how to do. Another strategy is think, pair, share. So here you give opportunity to the students, give one topic. He first of all he will think alone. In the class we do it. Then he pair up with his partner, share their thoughts. They both talk. They listen to each other. That develops their understanding, and then they share their ideas to entire class. Think, pair, and then share to the class. Three-step interview is just similar to think, pair, share, but here there are two groups where in A group questions responses, B questions responses, they would change and then they would come together. So partner A interview partner B, then they will switch their role, then B partner will interview A, and then they would understand, they will develop their understanding and would share with the entire group, because such four groups would be there, who again switching their role as an interviewer. Second is next strategy in cooperative learning is round robin brainstorming, where again small groups, teacher give them a topic, and all these topics can be very well done with the help with in different departments, different faculties, different disciplines, and at higher education level. Teacher give a topic, student take turns sharing one idea at a time, so they do circle ideas until time is up or ideas run out. So this is one way of brainstorming, getting ideas from students and help them in cooperative learning. 3-minute review, you give the, again this is one method where you give some take some time towards the end of the lecture to summarize the lecture. Students would summarize the lecture or they would discuss 3 minutes review. Bookends is another method. And in class team, where again teams, you are preparing a team, you are giving them time, and towards the end, so whenever we teach, at least students should get some time to discuss, to talk to each other and to learn from each other. So you can give any of these tasks to the students depending on your topic. Cooperative note-taking pairs, and you would find when students do work in pairs, they learn a lot. Research says so. These are different, you can say, different strategies of cooperative learning. And this is a very profound statement by Paulo Freire. And the MBKM is actually based on, I mean, when we talk about emancipating curriculum and emancipating learning, it strongly talks about his philosophy. Education either function as an instrument which is used to facilitate the integration of the younger generation into the logic of the present system, and it becomes the practice of freedom. And this is what University of Muhammadiyah Palangakarya is doing very well. So I appreciate that. Last, purposely I've used this particular strategy I would like to take because I think India, Indonesia, we are preparing our students and we want to develop communication, presentation, and especially we want our students to update their knowledge because I think India, Indonesia, our students are very, very intelligent, very good. They know, they are sincere, but they need to present and they need to learn how to present not only the content, their ideas, their opinion. And that's why I think we need to, even if we do here, for all the we have made it compulsory. Students give presentations, students do seminar in all the courses, all the subjects. So there are group presentation, there are individual presentation that actually helps the students to learn on their own, do some research, um, develop understanding, talk to the people, then even collect knowledge, gain knowledge, and go in the library, search for the knowledge. So automatically, student is involved in good learning process. And along with that, his critical thinking is also developed because he has to present and other students are there to ask him questions. So uh, the one who is either asking questions, contributing, also develop his critical thinking and even creativity. So research-based seminar, I'm not talking about proper research, but the seminar can be research-based or otherwise also, which promotes academic literacy, develop communication skill, and make them actually independent learner. And this is because in education, in assessment, we need to go for higher order thinking. We cannot restrict to only knowledge and understanding. We have to take them to higher order thinking, like reflective thinking, critical thinking, logical thinking. So that is possible with the help of this type of pedagogies. I would skip this last pedagogy, Ubuntu, that is humanity-centered learning. And I would like to take a pause here or would like to say that today, based on your philosophy which you're following in Indonesia, I tried to talk about different pedagogies. One was project-based learning, second was transdisciplinary and interdisciplinary learning, third was cooperative learning, And we also discussed about service learning or community-based learning and research-based seminar learning. Along with that, there are n number of, pedagogies, n number of, more than pedagogies, I think nowadays assessment for learning, continuous assessment is very important because these days teaching, learning and assessment cannot be separated. Your assessment is a part of your teaching learning process. So I think that has to be given proper consideration, and much more trainings of the faculties should happen in assessment also. And the point which is my forte actually, that is e-learning. My expertise is in e-learning, and I think the ICT and technology, because we have so many challenges and we have to do so many things, uh, especially differentiated instruction. We understand that each and every child is different. He has different learning style. He has different understanding level. He has different intelligence, and he has different interest. How to take care of that? And for that, differentiated instruction is very important. Now, when we talk about differentiated instruction, it's humanly impossible to take care of each and every child and to go for personalized learning and individualistic learning. It is possible only with the help of technology. Technology is like a servant which makes your task easier and which makes the teacher a better teacher. With that, I would like to stop here and would like to ask if there are any questions or if there are any interesting best practices or any experiences you would like to share. I would be happy to uh, hear those. Thank you so much at the outset, each and every participants, for your patience hearing. And I would definitely would like to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Geeta. A very interesting topic, but at the same time, more interesting is the material, uh, because there are so many innovative ways about learning or teaching also rather. And I think today you've touched into many aspects, which I think is very informative. Ma'am, we would open the Q&A session, but prior to that, please allow me that we also have a very brief session about sharing information about the scholarship, about the scholarship opportunities in India. So please allow me to do a
Sure.
very brief presentation, after which we'll open the Q&A session for both on your topic as well as for scholarship, if there are any. Is that okay, ma'am, with you?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Ya, sure. Oke. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, ya tadi itu kan ada informasi atau sharing session dari Profesor Gita, and jujur aja ya Bapak Ibu, ada banyak hal yang kita bisa pelajari, kita bisa kerjasama. Pasti itu kan pengalamannya dari Indonesia ke India, dari India ke Indonesia, itu adalah yang ada kesempatan. Dan hari ini dengan kerjasama dengan Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya, Bapak Ibu, ini ada kesempatan. Jadi sekali lagi terima kasih banyak untuk manajemennya Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya untuk jadwal hari ini. Jadi Bapak Ibu, seperti tadi saya sudah dikirim di chat box juga. Sekarang izin Bapak Ibu saya share sedikit informasi tentang India ya Bapak Ibu, tentang India dan juga tentang pendidikan India. Karena kemarin yang waktu saya diskusi dengan Pak Arta, yang International Office, katakan ya kenapa nggak share informasi tentang program beasiswa juga. Jadi izin ya Bapak Ibu saya share screen, dan saya langsung mau diberikan informasi sedikit tentang, mungkin sedikit informasi tentang India, tentang pendidikan India, dan juga yang paling penting adalah informasi adalah tentang program beasiswa ya. Jadi Bapak Ibu, so let me share my screen. Tapi ya, ma'am, I'll speak in Bahasa Indonesia just to make sure that
No problem. No problem.
I'm so used to the language, so that's why. So please allow me to do that.
No problem.
Ya, oke. Jadi Bapak Ibu, kalau kita lihat tentang culture India, Bapak Ibu, India culture mirip dengan Indonesia, Bapak Ibu. Karena ya kita di India dengan orang dengan ibadah Hindu, ya kita kan merayakan Holi dan Diwali. Tapi juga Bapak Ibu di India kita adalah penduduk Islam nomor 2 di dunia. Setelah Indonesia adalah di India, di mana penduduk Islam lebih dari 200 juta. Ya, jadi kalau kita lihat dari penduduk India, Bapak Ibu, nomor pertama memang Hindu, yang kedua adalah Islam, yang ketiga adalah Kristen, nomor 4 adalah yang Buddha, nomor 5 adalah Jainism dan lain-lain. Ya, makanya kita juga yang merayakan Idul Fitri, kita juga merayakan yang Christmas. Jadi India adalah negara sekuler sama seperti di Indonesia. Di Indonesia Bapak Ibu, kita kan ada yang negara mutu kan yang Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Jujur aja Bapak Ibu, sama di India ya. Ya, pasti kaget ya kalau saya bilang itu. Karena di India itu namanya Unity in Diversity. Ya, dan itu kelihatannya dari slide ini di mana anak-anak yang kelihatannya beda, tapi mereka semuanya adalah warga negara India. Jadi Bapak Ibu bisa lihat pakaiannya mereka beda, warna kulitnya beda, hidungnya beda, aksesorisnya beda, makanan juga beda, bahasa yang mereka gunakan juga beda, sama persis seperti orang Indonesia. Ya, tapi ini mereka semuanya adalah warga negara eh, India. Jadi India mirip dengan Indonesia ya. Jadi kalau kita pikir semua orang kelihatannya seperti Shahrukh Khan atau Kajol, itu tidak benar. Ya. Nah, tentang makanan, Bapak Ibu teman-teman, di India sama seperti di Indonesia, ya kita juga suka makan nasi. Tapi itu kan ada di India Selatan, ya. Di India Selatan di mana kita makan nasi pagi, siang, malam. Kalau belum makan nasi belum puas, rasanya sama Bapak Ibu. Tapi di India Selatan. Tapi persepsi kita adalah yang India kan kita makan roti canai. Memang kita makan, tapi itu adalah di India Utara. Tapi di India Selatan, ya kita kan makan nasi, pasti ada nasinya pagi, siang, malam. Ya karena negara luas. Ya. Dan juga untuk seperti tadi disampaikan Bapak Ibu, di India kan penduduk Islam nomor 2 di dunia, lebih dari 200 juta penduduk Islam. Ya, dan juga kalau kita mau cari makanan yang halal, mau cari masjid, mau cari yang em, gereja, itu gampang sekali Bapak Ibu. Dan juga saya yakin Bapak Ibu kenal 3 artis ini ya, namanya yang Salman Khan, Shahrukh Khan, Amir Khan. Ya, kalau kita lihat Bapak Ibu, ya ini adalah 3 artis yang terkaya terkenal. Agama ini mereka apa Bapak Ibu? Agama mereka adalah Islam, tapi mereka adalah orang terkaya. Artinya kadang-kadang ya Bapak Ibu maaf ya ini sharing aja. Kita kan dapat informasi dari sosmed adalah yang video-video yang mungkin yang itu kan kurang baik ya atau itu kan maaf kalau saya bilang itu kan anti agamanya. Tapi mungkin Bapak Ibu kita harus dicek pertama informasi itu kapan, apakah itu benar atau tidak. Apakah itu dari pemerintah atau itu adalah dari orang individu dengan objektivitas tertentu. Dan juga Bapak Ibu, eh, India kan sama ya seperti di Indonesia, negara ini luas, luas sekali ya. Mungkin ada satu atau dua ke tempat ada kejadian, tapi itu bukan representasi negara. Ya sama ya Bapak Ibu, maaf kalau saya ceritain sedikit. Kalau di Papua, ya, saya sendiri Bapak Ibu udah pernah ke Kalimantan Tengah, udah 2 kali ya Bapak Ibu, udah ketemu, udah datang juga ke UMPR, kampusnya luar biasa, pernah ke sana, ya, ya. Tapi saya masih belum pernah ke Papua. Tapi kalau saya mau ke Papua, banyak teman-teman saya bilang, Pak Raffi hati-hati loh kalau mau ke Papua. Tapi jujur aja Bapak Ibu, saya punya banyak teman, ada dosen, ada guru, orangnya baik sekali, ramah sekali. Tapi persepsi kita adalah tentang itu. Jadi itu adalah sesuatu kita harus eh, dipikirkan. Dan juga Bapak Ibu, di India kan ada banyak informasi di sosmed kan adalah tentang yang sistem kasta, tapi silakan Bapak Ibu tolong dicek President of India yang pejabatan yang paling tinggi itu adalah orang yang dengan kasta yang terendah. Yang kita kan adalah namanya Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, beliau adalah orang yang nulis buku konstitusi negara India. Apakah sistem kasta berlaku? Mungkin sekali lagi Bapak Ibu, ada beberapa tempat ada, tapi itu bukan representasi negaranya. Jadi ini adalah sesuatu kita harus dipahami. Nah sekarang Bapak Ibu kita mau bahas tentang biayanya. Bapak Ibu di India, internetnya, karena kalau kita ada di bidang pendidikan, dengan 60.000 rupiah ya Bapak Ibu, ini rupiah ya, saya udah dirupiahkan ke Indonesia, kita dapat internet 1,5 giga setiap hari. Artinya di 1 bulan kita dapat 45 giga plus unlimited calls. Artinya kalau saya mau telepon dari India Utara ke Selatan, Timur, ke Barat, HP, mau telepon ke rumah, gak usah pikirin, udah bayar 60.000, udah cukup untuk 1 bulan. Tapi di Indonesia, maaf Bapak Ibu, kalau saya mau telepon dari Indosat ke Telkomsel aja, kalau saya bilangin, hai Bapak, apa kabar? Potong 1.000. Kenapa? Karena kita sewa teknologi dari luar negeri. Ya, tapi di India kita punya teknologi sendiri, makanya biaya internetnya itu murah sekali. Yang kedua, Bapak Ibu, Kalau kita bilangin tentang biaya hidup, pasti ada hubungan sama perawatan, obatan, dan makanan. Ya, saya ambil paling sederhana, jadi Bapak Ibu bisa lihat apakah itu itu terjangkau atau tidak. Jadi ini adalah sesuatu kita harus tahu ya Bapak Ibu. Jadi kalau kita lihat, saya ambil yang namanya Panadol atau paracetamol ya. 10 butir harganya di Indonesia itu Bapak Ibu itu kan 13.000. Di India Bapak Ibu 15 butir itu harganya 15 butir ya, lebih ya. Tapi harganya 2.000. Dan ini masih paten ya Bapak Ibu, bukan generik. Kalau generik hari ini juga bisa dapat 500 sampai 600 perak. Sayur-sayuran Bapak Ibu yang di Indonesia 15 sampai 25.000 per kilo, hari ini juga di India kita bisa dapat 2.000 sampai 4.000 per kilo. Jauh lebih terjangkau Bapak Ibu. Ya, walaupun harga bensinnya kita ada subsidi, tidak ada subsidi dari pemerintah India. Jadi rata-rata Bapak Ibu, kita di India dengan biaya 2,5 juta per bulan itu sudah termasuk tempat tinggal di asrama yang tersedia dari kampus. Karena biasanya di India, seperti mana Rajna University juga, di dalam kampus ada asrama. There's a hostel inside the campus. Right? Jadi itu kan yang perhatikan siswa-siswinya, mereka dijagakan. Jadi yang itu kan diberikan yang asrama, listrik, laundry, internet, dan makanan 3 kali. Dan bukan nasi goreng tek-tek ya Bapak Ibu, makanan yang bagus. Itu semuanya udah dengan biaya 2,5 juta per bulan. Ya maaf ya Bapak Ibu, kita banding sama Indonesia, kayaknya nggak mungkin deh. Ya karena lumayan mahal. Ya, jadi ini ada kesempatan Bapak Ibu. Ya, jadi Bapak Ibu di India kita ada banyak universitas sama seperti di Manufacturing Industry di mana ada beasiswa di mana dengan biaya 3,5 juta rupiah per bulan itu sudah termasuk biaya kuliah, sudah termasuk makanan 3 kali, sudah termasuk listrik, laundry, internet. Semuanya udah masuk dengan biaya 3,5 juta. Ya karena ini adalah kerjasama dengan UMPR ya Bapak Ibu. Jadi itu adalah yang kesempatannya. Ya, jika ada siswa-siswi yang mau belajar di India harus ada student visa-nya dan student visa itu kan kalau untuk Kalimantan Tengah, kita harus ambil visanya dari Bali, dari konjen India yang ada di Bali. Nah, untuk beasiswa, Bapak Ibu, kita kan ada beberapa beasiswanya. Kita kan ada beasiswa full dari pemerintah India. Maaf, Bapak, itu sudah terlewat, tapi itu berlaku untuk gelar S1, S2, S3. Ada juga program beasiswa namanya ITEC, khususnya untuk vokasi. Ya, ada juga program beasiswa untuk S3, yang itu kan namanya APFB. Dan juga dari Kominfo Indonesia, ada juga program beasiswa. Jika ada siswa-siswi yang minat, ya itu kan harus daftarkan ke link ya Bapak Ibu yang ada di bawah yang beasiswa India. Walaupun itu terbatas Bapak Ibu teman-teman, kita kan ada yang program beasiswa yang sebagian, yang seperti tadi ya, yang 3,5 juta itu kan udah termasuk semuanya, udah termasuk yang biaya kuliah, asrama, makanan, listrik, laundry. Ya, tapi ada eligibilitasnya. Eligibilitasnya adalah pertama itu kan tidak ada kuota. Artinya kalau mau 1, 10, 100 boleh. Itu kan ada kesempatan untuk semuanya. Yang kedua, tidak ada tes online, tidak perlu IELTS, tidak perlu TOEFL, cuman nilai rapot. Itu kan yang merit is nothing but nilai rapotnya. Kalau nilai rapot mereka yang kira-kira udah 70% ke atas, mereka langsung dapat beasiswanya. Ya. Jadi yang seperti ini kalau kita banding sama program beasiswa yang penuh sama sebagian, jadi program beasiswa sebagian tidak ada kuota, yang tidak perlu tes, tidak perlu apapun. Kalau bahasa Inggrisnya tidak bagus, nggak apa-apa. Bisa datang ke India, bisa belajar karena di setiap universitas mereka tidak sediakan bahasa Inggris. Jadi kita bisa meningkatkan level bahasa Inggris kita di sana. Ya. Dan juga Bapak Ibu yang seperti tadi udah saya diceritakan ke Pak Kades, yang program beasiswa kita kan kerjasamanya bukan cuma untuk yang beasiswa, tapi juga adalah untuk pelatihan, untuk siswa-siswi, guru, kepala sekolah, dan hari ini adalah salah satu dengan UMPR adalah untuk level universitas. Itu kan adalah untuk yang dosennya, ada juga sister school, study tour, dan lain-lainnya. Ya, untuk admission process, Bapak Ibu, jika ada siswa-siswi atau mungkin orang tua yang ingin mau lihat untuk program beasiswa, mereka harus daftarkan ke link yang beasiswa India 2025. Setelah itu kita dari tim kami adalah sistem counseling, mereka harus dikirimkan yang dokumen mereka, dokumennya adalah nilai rapot kelas 10, 11, 12, foto dan kartu identitas cukup. Ada juga program beasiswa untuk gelar S1 juga, S1 dan juga adalah untuk S2 ya Bapak Ibu, itu juga sudah ada. Ya setelah itu mereka ada, ya mereka dapat surat penerimaan dan tim kami yang supportkan dari step awal sampai terakhir, jadi mereka bisa datang ke India, dan pasti ada Universitas India dijemput mereka dari bandara, bawain ke kampus, kenalan dengan kampus, jadi mereka bisa adaptasi di tempat yang baru. Kesimpulan Bapak Ibu, India dan Indonesia adalah maritime tertengah, culture-nya banyak yang mirip. Di India itu kan diberikan kualitas pendidikan dengan kualitas internasional, tapi dengan tujuannya adalah bukan cuma dibagi ilmu, tapi bagaimana siswa-siswi bisa dapat kerja, karena ada jaminan kerja yang dari universitasnya, karena mereka kerjasama baik dengan perusahaan-perusahaan, bukan perusahaan India, tapi perusahaan global, di mana kompetensi yang dibutuhkan dari mereka langsung diminta dan mereka masukin itu di dalam kurikulum mereka. Jadi ini ada kesempatannya, di mana mereka benar-benar belajar sesuai kebutuhan dari industri. Dan semester yang ketujuh, perusahaan ini datang ke kampus, wawancara siswa-siswinya, dan jika mereka punya kompetensi, langsung mereka dapat kerja. Dan seperti tadi, tidak perlu IELTS, tidak perlu TOEFL, dan juga tidak ada sidang skripsi ya Bapak Ibu. Saya yakin siswa-siswi yang SMA mereka pasti senang kalau dengar itu, tidak ada sidang skripsi, tetap dibikin skripsi ya, tetap dibikin, cuman yang proses sidang skripsi itu tidak ada, karena sistem India adalah turunannya dari Inggris, dan juga kita adalah asosiasi student yang ada di ini. Ini adalah kontak kami Bapak Ibu. Jika ada yang ingin mau apply untuk program beasiswa, ini adalah nomor aktif. Silakan Bapak Ibu, jika ada yang mau ditanyakan, langsung bisa ditanyakan, bisa WA. Kita juga untuk informasi Bapak Ibu, kita juga adalah di sosmednya, ada di Facebook, ada di Instagram, kita juga adalah di YouTube. Ya, di YouTube juga kita ada, di mana ada lebih dari 100-an testimoni dari siswa-siswi, dari orang tua, dari rektor-rektor yang pernah dari Indonesia datang ke India. Ya, mungkin itu aja Bapak Ibu mau disampaikan. Terima kasih banyak, thank you so much. Terima kasih untuk semuanya Bapak Ibu untuk yang hadir hari ini. So let us now begin the Q&A session. So ma'am, so we will, ma'am, is it okay we can start the Q&A session now?
Yes, I can see
Yes.
one question here.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute.
Yeah. So, ma'am, the question is actually from Ibu Mutiarani Pionera. We
Hmm.
know that many teachers, myself included, have implemented cooperative learning. However, we may not be able to fully determine whether our cooperative learning practices truly reflect innovation, yeah, particularly from the student's perspective. So, in your opinion, what are the key indicators that demonstrate how innovative our cooperative
This
learning
is
approach really is? A very
this
interesting
is this
question.
is very interesting question. And first of all, I really appreciate the the initiative and the inclination towards doing something better. What's her name?
Ibu
Okay.
Mutiarani.
Mutiarani Pionera, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, you can address as
Thank you so much for this question,
Mutiarani, yeah.
and really congratulate, and I'm so happy that you're already doing many good things and wanted to do better. See, when we talk about innovation, actually, something which is known doesn't remain innovative that way. If we know something, we feel it's not innovative. But yes, you have asked from the student's perspective, what is actually innovative? So what do you think? If we want to know about students' perspective, it's better that we involve students. I want to say, when you decide any strategy, you take students' view. If when you prepare the cooperative learning strategy, you ask students and you understand what they want. As we all know, students are all for digital. And actually, if you want to make cooperative learning successful and interesting, you can take help from of technology, ICT as well. That is one thing. Another thing, peer assessment is very important. So time to time, I think you need to. We normally we do assessment, but we rarely take students. So peer assessment has to be included, I think. So integration of technology is one indicator. How far you are involving your students, to what extent, that is another indicator. And I think cooperative learning, how far you are actually solving real world problem, how far that cooperative learning is helpful for developing students' social skills and even career skills. I think these are the indicator we need to keep it in mind. And one more thing I would like to like to tell, ma'am. I don't know you are from which faculty, but normally we consider ourselves that I'm engineer, I'm lawyer, I'm educator, but nobody understand that first of all you are educator. I can see you are a real educator. So I would suggest all engineers, those who are teaching in engineering and all, they should come up with their own innovative pedagogies. They should do those exercises. They should implement those exercises and take the survey and do the research on that effective, try to understand the effectiveness, try to even understand to what extent it is successful, modify it and do it. And I mean, I think these will be your own pedagogies. I hope I answered your question. Anything else?
Okay,
Anything else?
yes, ma'am. We have got the reply from Ibu Mutiarani that thank you so much for your answer, Prof. That's so inspiring. Very much. It's
Anything
truly
else?
inspiring.
Anybody
Okay,
else?
ya, Bapak Ibu, ada pertanyaan lain? Any other questions? Ya, Bapak Ibu, untuk pertanyaan, there are two ways. One, you can send the message on the chat box like Ibu Mutiarani. The second is you can unmute yourself and you can straight away ask the question. You can ask in English. You can also ask in Bahasa Indonesia.
Yes,
If you want
yes.
to speak in Hindi juga boleh Bapak Ibu, nggak apa-apa, silakan. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's totally fine. We can help you in translating it so that
Yes.
Professor Geeta can understand your question and she will answer that. Right. Anyone? Silakan Bapak Ibu yang mau ditanyakan. Any other questions? Anything? If in case any question related to beasiswa, juga silakan ya Bapak Ibu jika ada pertanyaan. If you have any questions about scholarship
Mr.
program,
Ravi,
also you can do.
I Mr. Ravi, I hope you have taken some photographs because it would be required for documentation purpose for my university also.
Yes, ma'am. We do have certain. We have, and we will definitely have the documentation, ma'am. So we also have. Just to inform you, ma'am, we have recorded today's session on the
Okay.
YouTube. So I'll definitely share that YouTube link to you as
Sure,
well.
sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Ada lagi, Bapak Ibu? Any other questions? Anyone would like to ask?
Not necessarily
Maybe Bapak
question.
Ibu.
If you want to share anything,
Yeah. Bapak
please
Ibu
don't
mau comment
hesitate.
if you want to make a comment, silakan bisa di comment. Juga Bapak Ibu, saya mungkin minta rekan saya, Mas Nathan, untuk dikirim satu link WA group ya di chat box. Ya, ini adalah jika ada karena yang tadi yang saya dengar dari Pak Arta ada banyak siswa-siswi ingin mau tanya tentang program beasiswa ya. Jadi silakan Bapak Ibu dan juga ada siswa-siswi ingin mau join grup yang WA silakan. Ini khususnya untuk Kalimantan Tengah ya. It's especially for Kalimantan Tengah. Silakan di join grup WA di mana kita nanti dibagi informasi tentang program beasiswa. Jadi nanti kita ini diberikan kesempatan khususnya untuk Kalimantan Tengah yang hadir hari ini. Ya, terima kasih. Okay,
Yeah,
any
at
other
the
questions, Bapak?
outset, let me all invite to India to Manorachna. So I take this opportunity to to invite you all. You all are welcome.
Yeah, Pa Artha, are you there? Pa Artha, ma'am is inviting you to India, Pa. You have to bring Pa Artha, you have to come there with Pa Rector because you're supposed to be coming there. I think few years back, you've still not been there. So I think now Professor Geeta is inviting you, so now you have to be there. Pa Artha, are you there? Pa Artha?
Mr. Arta, are you still there? Or
Oh,
Mr.
I think he must be
Sadar?
busy in a,
Mr. Sadar,
I guess he must be busy in a meeting or else.
yeah, Mr. Sadar, one of his staff, sir. Mr.
Okay.
Sadar Bahtiar.
Ya, silakan Bapak. Oke, ada lagi Bapak Ibu pertanyaan yang ada lagi yang Bapak Ibu ingin mau ditanyakan, silakan. Terima kasih Mas Nitin udah share link yang di grup WA ya. Jika ada Bapak Ibu ingin mau informasi lanjut tentang program beasiswa, silakan ya. Bisa di-join ke grup WA nanti kita bagi informasi tentang beasiswa. Okay, any other questions? Ma'am, there are some requests which is coming directly to me is that we would request a copy of your PowerPoint, ma'am. So if you don't mind, if you could just share your
Sure.
materials. And I'm sure with the help of the Ministry of Education, this information we will be sharing not only with the faculty of Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangraya, but we
Shall
will
I
share it
share
with.
my mail ID so that if anybody, if they want to write or anybody want any other
Ma'am,
things?
you could put it in your PowerPoint. None, we'll share the PowerPoint and that will have all the details, ma'am, once for all. Yeah. So that we would do, and also I'm sure that this information also will share to the many teachers. So I'm sure that this information will go on just not to the audience, but it will definitely go on to other teachers in the province or in the state of Kalimantan Tengah. Okay, before we end up session, anyone would like to say something? Or okay, there's one question here. The question is actually from Ibu Indah Siswanti. Saya tertarik anak saya baru lulus SMA tahun ini. Apakah setelah lulus dari sana mempengaruhi pengakuan ijazah dari dia saat harus kembali ke Indonesia? Ma'am, this is a question actually on scholarship. Yeah, so please allow me to answer this. Ya, jadi Ibu Indah, uh, di India, Ibu Indah, itu kan adalah ijazah dari Universitas India udah akui di seluruh dunia. Artinya jika ada anaknya ibu kalau udah lulus dari India itu bisa disertakan di Indonesia karena saat ini kita ada banyak siswa-siswi yang dari India sudah lulus, mereka udah balik ke Indonesia dan ijazah mereka bisa diterima, bisa disertakan. Jadi itu nggak ada pengaruh Bapak Ibu, nggak ada pengaruh ya Ibu Indah. Artinya ini ada kesempatan, tapi mungkin lebih bagus Ibu bisa join ke grup WA-nya yang tadi kita udah share dan sekalian juga kalau Ibu perlu informasi, ya Ibu kan bisa kirim uh, langsung ke saya juga kirim nomor WA saya di dalam WA ya Bu. Jadi silakan, sebentar Bu, saya share. Jadi silakan Ibu bisa kontak saya atau saya juga minta rekan saya, Mas Nathan, tolong di-share nomor WA-nya jika Ibu perlu informasi apapun Bu. Kita kan karena ada program beasiswa ini ada informasi banyak. Maaf tadi kan fokus kami adalah untuk yang sessionnya tentang innovative teaching pedagogy. Dan kita kan cuma mau diberikan informasi sedikit tentang program beasiswa. Jadi silakan Bu yang bisa komunikasi dengan kita. Terima kasih Mas Nathan juga udah share nomornya. Jadi ya Ibu silakan kontak kami dan kita siap untuk diberikan informasi yang lebih jelasnya. Oke, ada lagi Bapak Ibu. So I think we are almost at the end of the session, ma'am, today. On behalf of Ma'am Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangraya, on behalf of the ministry and also TIAP, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Very informative, very inspiring, and I think we have a lot to learn, and a lot to improve so that the teaching can be more effective and efficient moving forward. So before we end today's session, maybe let me hand over back to Pa Ilham. Pa Ilham, let me hand over back to you, Pa, and then
Okay.
you can take over the proceedings from there, Pa. Terima
Okay,
kasih.
thank you very much, Mr. Raffi. Thank you, Prof. Gita, for your insightful presentation, and then also Mr. Raffi, who always helping and supporting us, yeah, for this moment, and then Mr. Arta and Mr. Sadar, yeah, from KUI Universitas, yeah. Thanks for giving us opportunities. Thank you for all the participant, lecturers, all of the teachers, students, yeah, for your active engagement. As a part of this faculty, we hope to establish our further partnership in education moving forward. Thank you very much. I will close this seminar by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Billahi fisabilil haq. Wassabikul khairat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you at the next event. Thank you very much.
Ya, thank you so much. Ibu boleh nggak
Thank
sebelum
you.
kita balik, kita bisa ambil
Ya.
foto bersama ya?
Boleh,
Kita ambil
boleh.
foto bersama, Pak Ilham.
Baik, oke.
Ya. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu yang tadi ada satu pertanyaan yang PowerPoint regarding the material. Yes, we will share it to you all. We'll definitely share to all of you all. Thank you. Yeah, so maybe
Thank you
can
so
I
much.
request Nathan, are you there? Nathan, are you there? Or let me Oke, Bapak Ibu, karena kita kan lagi bicara tentang India Indonesia, kita pakai gaya ini ya Bapak Ibu. I for India, I for Indonesia.
Itu foto.
Foto-foto Bapak Ibu. So, tolong silakan Bapak Ibu bisa nyalain kamera.
Foto.
And we use this one. India Indonesia ya Bapak Ibu. I for India, I for Indonesia. Ya, oke. So we'll take the first screen. Ya, oke. Silakan Bapak Ibu yang halaman pertama silakan bisa nyalain kamera. Oke, 1, 2, 3 for halaman pertama. Oke, sudah ada. Thank you. Halaman yang kedua, the second page. Silakan Bapak Ibu bisa nyalain kamera, bisa ambil foto bersama. Yang sama Bapak Ibu gayanya India Indonesia ya. Ya, India Indonesia yang sama seperti tadi. Ya, oke kita ambilin inti yang oke 1, 2, 3. Oke, that is halaman yang 2. Terima kasih. Dan satu lagi Bapak Ibu yang halaman yang ketiga, we'll take the third page. Silakan Bapak Ibu yang mau aktifin kamera, we can take it. Ya, 1, 2, 3. Oke, there we go. Oke, so terima kasih banyak Bapak Ibu. Thank you so much Profesor Gita. Thank you very much ma'am. Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot
so
for your
much.
time.
Thank you,
Thank you for your
everyone.
knowledge ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you.
Ya, thank you.
Thank
Terima
Thank you
kasih
very
juga
much,
Pak
Prof.
Ilham semuanya. Terima kasih semuanya Bapak Ibu. Salam sehat, selamat siang semuanya. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Give help for us. See you.
Mas Kasyudi,
Halo Ilham.
how are you, sir?
I'm good. What about you, bro?
It's okay. So we'll continue ya by using WhatsApp.
Iya.
It's a public room.
Oke, see you semua.
Okay.
See you.
Thank you, Mr. Rafi, for your help. Mr. Eko,
Sama-sama, sama-sama.